Hey y'all, it's Allie. I am excited to be back with you today. I had some issues with hard drive space and I bought another hard drive. Every time I edit, my update's done. Hold on. Oh, swipe to open. Every time I edit a video, in the past year probably, there's this little window that will pop up in the middle of me editing. It'll say, your disk space is almost full, cancel task, or free up space and continue, or something like that. I would go to like open up packaged contents of my library folder for the Final Cut Pro, and then I would go into media and I like delete all these videos of things that I already had done or whatever. They kept them in there, and I did that over and over again, and it takes so much time, y'all, to like figure out like, oh, did I do that video or not, or just finding the things and deleting them. And I just was like, why don't I look this up and figure out what people do about this? And there was a guy who in 3 minutes told me what I needed to do, and I freed up 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte of space. So all that to say, I think we are on a good start with decluttering our space, our mind, everything. Makes me so happy. I even like bought a new hard drive because I thought I needed a new hard drive. But anyway, I'm here with you today because many of you were like yes to the decluttering KonMari video. A lot of times, we'll see a lot of things with like the changes of seasons. So like a lot of times in the spring, you'll see a lot of things like spring cleaning and all this stuff. Well, for me, I guess it's the fall, because I'm never motivated to do anything in the spring. I'm just like, I don't know. I just love the fall. So I did work on a section of my desk. I mean, you have to understand, that's that side. Okay, right now I have my computer doing some stuff, but like that's like the normal condition of my desk, is much clutter, and it does clutter my mind, and I know that. This whole thing is very overwhelming to me. Jim, making me feel better. Do you hear his song? Let's see if I can get him. Those are my sweet little birds. That's Jim and Pam. So I was saying before, it's extremely overwhelming to me because I have so much stuff that I have collected, and I say collected intentionally. I have been scrapbooking. Well, I don't scrapbook now, but I used to scrapbook when the boys were younger, and so I've been collecting different crafty things and stuff like that since 2004, I think it was. Since 2004. And then when I got onto the journal scene starting in 2015 and planner stuff, I was collecting other things, and then I started getting into art and then collecting other things. And then, through this whole journey, I think for me, and maybe a lot of people are like me, when I get into something, I want like all the options so I can figure out, and just because I'm excited to try something new. So I have a lot of stuff. And over the years, over these last 5 years, I'd say, I have really honed in on my particular style for my art and for even scrapbooking. So I think I did a page recently. I don't think I have a high value for like abstract art and photos and words. So even if I went back to scrapbooking, it would literally be like watercolor paper, like acid-free watercolor paper with a little bit of color and art like I do in my journals. So like bigger versions. I wonder if I have that. Let me try to find it real quick. Oh my goodness, I found it. Okay, also I wish I could have Dietrich in here so y'all could see him and everything, but he literally wants to destroy my little birds, so I cannot do that. So I'll show you what my scrapbooking was before. And this is all a bunny trail, and I hope you'll bear with me because if you don't, fast forward, I guess. But so I was doing stuff, like I started when I was scrapbooking to figure out what I wanted to do, and I was getting real simple. Like, oh, can you see that? So it's the glare. So like a big picture, very minimal papers and words. Words have always, this is back in 2007, I did this page. Words have always been so important to me. I mean, obviously I say that in my scribe class and everything. Like here's another one. Oh my gosh, I love this one. So like here's one. kind of see with the glare. It's hard with the glare, y'all. I'll just do it this way. Big picture, minimal stuff, words. So I don't know how many months or years ago it was. Let's fast forward. Oh no, that's not right. That's not right. These are all like so much like my office and head right now. Okay, so here we are. Yes, okay, 2018. I had the thought of like, okay, I have changed so much as a person, as someone who loves art and things like that. What would my scrapbooking be like the way that I am now? And so I did a scrapbook page. I am ecstatic with the way that it turned out, and I literally can say that I wouldn't grieve my old method of scrapbooking if I got rid of the things that I used to use. And I'm gonna take it out of the page protector so you can see. I believe this is a 8.5 by 11. It's like a regular size piece of paper, but it's watercolor paper. Let me turn this down. Burp, 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 burp. Okay, so this is a watercolor piece of paper. I just drew a line with a marker around the whole thing. I did abstract paint in the back. And what is that? This is like some glassine that I sewed with his picture, and then some words and a date. That would be my scrapbooking if I got back into scrapbooking hardcore like I used to. I love it. I love it so much. That would be it. It's so cool. And there's stencil and all that stuff. My sweet Parker, you've always loved your sleep. Right now you are setting your alarm and waking up early, getting your school done early, and I find you sleeping soundly on the couch. You use your extra time to play outside at the park. Like, it's so sweet. So, and I do have a little letter here, so I do like things like one letter or something like that, but washi tape, different little scraps of paper and stuff. Like, I'm literally getting teary-eyed thinking of that journaling bit. So that's how I would do it. So all of that to say, I'm really having to evaluate, as Con Marie says in her book, like, what is really giving me joy in my art. If I were to go back to, because like I always have this what ifs, like I don't know if you're like me, but like I'm like, what if I wanted to scrapbook again? If I got rid of all that stuff, what if? And the truth is, if I went back to scrapbooking again, I would do this. I wouldn't do it the way that I did it, 10, 12 years ago. That was a long bunny trail, and I kind of got lost. But my point is that I really, since I kind of understand now where I'm at now as a person, as a creative, it's time for me to get rid of things. And I think that would really invite me more into this space, because this space is very overwhelming for me right now. Like I've been slowly working on little things. Again, like you've seen in my last videos, I'm in a lot of pain, so it's hard to like do things. So I have to do it small and like very small chunks. And also too, the other thought I had is because all my cats want to eat these little birds, I have to keep the door shut. So it's easy for me to just like not deal with it and just be like, nah, I'm not gonna open that door today. It's time for me to just hit this head on, only keep the things that bring me so much joy. And I decided to just take you on this journey with me. People have told me that my thinking out loud has been helpful. And so I want to share those thoughts with you because maybe it'll help. But yeah, I have a lot of things. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of take you on a tour of my office space, my studio space, and just really show you what I'm planning to do. And this is going to be like a series, because I cannot do this in one day right now with our ministry and with the pain level that I'm in right now and everything. My doctor said there is possible surgery in my future. I'm really hoping not to get the surgery, but I'm still believing for my complete manifestation of my healing. I can't do it all in one day, so I'm going to have to do little chunks of it with you and just, again, share the thoughts with you. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Hopefully it won't be too boring, and will inspire you to get, some of your things maybe dealt with too, if you needed to deal with. A lot of y'all are way more organized than me, but creatives tend to be very unorganized. So, okay, enough. So when you walk in the door, this is what you see. You can already see stuff peeking out the bottom here. It used to have just so much stuff all over the floor and 2 sick chickens, but I did get the chickens back outside. I think they're doing okay. There's stuff behind the door that I need to deal with. Of course, my little birds are here. They bring me so much joy, Jim and Pam. And then I tried to be super organized on the bottom here. I just need to clean that up. It is pretty organized. I have my easel with some different art things. This is my cart that I bought when I was in the church that I used to live in. And so like, I know I can go through all of those things and get rid of stuff. My desk actually isn't too bad right now. It used to be much worse, but that's actually pretty clean. And there's stuff under here. Like I already know that I'm gonna be selling this little spindle thing right here. I mean, I have so much stuff. You can see that I'm trying to be, or I'm naturally, I love being organized. But sometimes it's hard for me because I do so much. So here's like tons of space. Look at all the stuff on the floor. So I'm taking stuff and putting it in this box that I want to get rid of. And then I'll just like hawk it on Instagram. But there's like so much stuff in these drawers. I just need to go through every single drawer. There's so much art that I need to put on the wall. And so this right here is now kind of cluttered again because I'm doing stuff with my computer. But like this is like usually this is the status of my desk. Hopefully there's not like any personal information on there, but like you have like chicken, medicine, film, flashlight, scrap papers and art, like things I really should go through, things I should file away, more crap, stuff I need to shred, just like crazy stuff. I already know I'm going to get rid of the sticker cutter for sure. But like this is my life. This is my office right now. Oh, and just to like attest to the trying part. So here's my closet that I had my husband put in some shelving for me because when I did my Etsy shop, I really wanted a place to keep like packaging stuff and, you know, because I don't have much like storage in this house. I mean, I'm grateful for all the storage I do have in this house, but I really could go through all of this too and get rid of things, truly. So I'm trying, but it's just, I gotta try harder. Really quick, I gave you the tour. The one thing that I'm having to do with this space is like take it in small chunks. If I look at the entire room, I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Too much, can't do it. But if I look at, say, this section of my desk, because when I go through even a small portion, there's so many things that come up that I'm like, that could be better organized. For instance, when I did that little corner of my desk, I started a new page in my bullet journal, office organization. So these are where I'm writing down my thoughts, because some of this stuff requires money to buy the tools that I need to organize. And maybe I don't have the money at that time and need to figure out something in the meantime. For instance, I love film photography. I'm shooting film now, but film is an actual analog, you know, like it's film, it's actual film. And I can't just have film lying around my office. So I decided to kind of look up what people were doing for the photography, for their film. And I was able to get this time, I was able to get a big black binder. I just got it, actually just came in. Got one of these, it's really cool. It's this black binder and you have all this thick space in here. And then you have the archival pages and you can put your film in there, label them, and then it's contained. And then I can just stick it in the closet when I go through the closet and have all of the film nice and neat and organized so that if I want to make a reprint or enlargement or something like that, or just see what I have done in the past, I can just take the binder, take the film sheets out, get my light box going and kind of look at them. So that was something I knew that I needed to do because I'm just getting into film photography. Again, I've been into film photography, but not like professionally. So I'm actually starting to try to do pictures now. That's kind of how I'm going about this room. I have to take small chunks, and then with those small chunks, there's tasks to do to get everything organized truly so it doesn't get like that again. Because I've done it where I've like cleaned up my clutter but never made a system for the things that were accumulating, and then I just get right back into the problem of the clutter. So I want to work on this other section of my desk. I hope this is kind of getting a little long, but just kind of show you what I'm doing. I do need to read the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up again, but I followed KonMari's rules and I got rid of the book after I read it, but I really need to read it again, which is kind of hilarious and ironic because she's like, you'll never read a book again. I'm like, well, I need to read your book again. And so I have my Kindle charging right now, and I was just gonna buy it on Kindle and kind of go through it again, because like clothes, I've already done a clothes video. I can link that below. But I think we're getting to like the office and stuff, which I didn't really read intently that part just because I wasn't there yet. I was just dealing with my clothes at first. So anyway, what I'm going to do, what works for me is I just take all of these things and I have a clear plastic bin and I literally just stick every single thing in the plastic bin. So let's do that now. Before I put the stuff in the bin, the other thing I want to say is that I'm trying to get in a better habit of like putting things away. Like when I take them out, putting them away. So that binder that I showed you with the scrapbook, it's like sitting on this chair. I need to put it back. So I'll be right back. So the reason that I'm putting all of the crap, no matter what it is, in a plastic bin is because my mind has seen the stuff on this desk for so long that it's easy for me to just like leave it there. When I physically take it away from where it's been living for like 6 months to a year, it forces me to deal with it and not just move it to the side a little bit. These seems like stupid little things, but this is how I have to treat myself like a child because I need the help so bad. So I'm just gonna start doing things like chicken medicine. It's going in the bin right now. I have everything in this bin, and oh my gosh, that's heavy. And I have a big stack of papers that need to be shredded on the floor. I know I'm gonna get rid of that sticker cutter. I've already had that in my head to do that. So I went ahead and took that off. So after I do that, like there's like, those things are dusty. I'm not gonna deal with that now, but I'm just going to wipe off my desk. And this is not like the fine crafty stuff yet, but like I feel like I can't work unless my work like this is cleared off better. So oh, that's not good. So what I'm gonna do now is just take my Norwex cloth, get it nice and hot, and wipe off this desk to clean it and shine it up. Everything is in here. I've wiped the desk on this side. Now I'm tempted to kind of go under here and do that stuff, but I'm actually not. I'm gonna wait for this corner section in a little bit. This is great that this is all cleared off, because then I can like put my scanner for my film here on the desk when I want to scan film in and everything. And then I'm gonna leave all that too, because that's a different day. This is a lot. This is probably an hour of me thinking. So I'm just gonna stick with this and take this into the other room. So I brought the bin out in my front living room area because there is lots of space for me to make my piles. And what I have learned about myself is that I struggle all the time being fatigued by decisions. I make a lot of decisions on a daily basis because of homeschooling the kids, being a worship pastor at the church, and just having a lot of people that I talk with. I mean, just all the time. I have tons of decisions that I'm making every day. I'm exhausted by making decisions. So what I have learned the last time that I did this is that I have to make simple, like they have to be very simple answers in order for me to do it fast and not get overwhelmed. So what I do first with my bin is that I just have simple things. And I think this is KonMari does it too, and so many other people, is like trash, giveaway, and what I need to find homes for. And that's it. That's the thing. Put stuff in the trash, things that I would like to give away, and that I'm going to give away like tomorrow, or put it in my box of things that I'm gonna sell on Instagram, and then just things I need to find homes for. Oh, the other thing that I do is I set a timer. Again, because I get overwhelmed, I do my focus 15, and then I give myself a 15-minute break. And then I work on for 15, and then I get a 15-minute break. And that's probably why you're like, wow, that would take an hour. Yeah, because I'm taking breaks. Because I just, that's the way I have to do it. I reward myself with 15 minutes of break, since I just focused my brain off for 15 minutes. That's what I'm gonna do now, and time lapse all of this. Okay. I hope that wasn't too long, but I had like 16 seconds left. I just went through all those piles, and I have quite a huge pile to go through to figure out homes and systems that will work. I've got some things to give away, and I threw a bunch of trash away. I don't even know how long this video is getting. Hopefully it's not too long, but I'm just gonna keep plugging away. I am gonna break 15 minutes for lunch, and then share how I deal with this massive pile of stuff I have to deal with. Is there anything in my teeth? I had to open up another window because it was getting super dark in here. Really not looking forward to my pile. This is my pile of stuff I have to deal with. That was on my desk. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. Like I said before, I have to ask questions that have very easy answers in order for me to decide what those answers are gonna be. So for my pile, what I'm going to do now is just separate what I know right now has a home, and I can just put it back where it's supposed to go, and what does not have a home and needs a solution. Oh yeah, I've just set my timer too. That only took me 4 minutes. I have a pile of things that I know exactly where they go. I'm gonna unpause my timer. I'm not gonna film this part, but I will be right back. I'm gonna put all these things away, keep my timer going, because when my timer goes off, I get to reward myself with 15 minutes of not doing this. I'm trying to not be angry. My cat just knocked over my camera and broke my microphone attachment. So I don't know if it's gonna stay or not. I have to see if I can find a replacement for that. All that to say, I put away the things that I knew had homes, and sorry about the loudness. There's jets, my air AC is running, and my mind is going crazy. I'm not gonna bore you with every single tiny little thing I'm going to need to figure out for my area. Basically, the stuff that I need to figure out systems for are my film camera stuff and my art and like journaly stuff. I'm probably just gonna buy some bins to be able to store those things. I'm gonna just take my bullet journal. I'm gonna write these things down that I need to be thinking about and hopefully find solutions for them. I just have a small little pile here. Lots of external hard drives and everything, but I feel like this video is getting too long. For my homework, it's just to finish this pile and then read the life-changing magic of tidying up again on my Kindle when it gets charged, and then do another section of my room. I did shred all of that stuff. I shredded it all, so it's all clean now, which is nice. So that's all I have to deal with. You are in huge trouble, Dietrich. Hello, Jim and Pam. Should turn down the music, but yeah, I did shred all of that. Those papers that were on that side and stuff. And eventually I will be going through each of these. I mean, that would be a simple solution probably for some of my film things, is just to get a little container and stick it under here, because a lot of that sticker paper that I don't use anymore because I'm selling my sticker machine. So, I might do that. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry that it's kind of a little bit of an abrupt ending, but I just need to get some of this done and need to be done with filming. I would love any of your suggestions if you found things that were helpful, that helped you declutter or organize or whatever. I get overwhelmed super easily, and so for me, tackling my desk is a huge deal, huge deal. So I'm just really hoping I can keep it clean and find systems that will keep me organized. I love you guys bunches, and I will see you later. Bye.